We're back with another YouTube lo-fi video. No mic plugged in. You may hear my cat meowing, background noises so on. It's just giving you a little warning. I'm sorry if I do sound a bit congested. I do think I've got something, I don't know what it is, cold, mild flu, something. But I've had it for about a week now. I started burning up like on my arms and cheeks, and then I've just ended up quite bunged up. I'm just looking at my cat. Hello, baby girl. I thought we could do some soft spoken. It's gonna have to be, it's quite hard to whisper. Soft spoken ASMR with stuff from my bedside drawer, because I am sat on my bed. And we'll just have a little ramble. It's weird because I'm looking at me, but you're down there, so I think I'm going to start with brushing your hair. There is hair on this, okay? Let a girl live. We all have hair, okay? Right, I'm going to start brushing your hair. Gently brushing to the side. My tummy may also rumble. I've woken up quite ravenous, quite hungry. My problem is I'm really craving cheese, but I'm not lactose intolerant. I say I am because I clearly do react to dairy, but I don't know. I have a lot of unknown stomach issues, and I'm just not taken seriously by the doctors. They swear nothing's going on. And I've been to the hospital about it, but it's literally ruining my life, so, you know, not great. But yes, you may hear my tummy rumble. I've been dreaming of chili cheese bites. Okay, now we're going to use some clippies. I'm just going to clip that one, and then let's go with this one, this little 2-star. Let me just, okay, perfect. My cat is literally right here watching me, little baby girl. Now we are going to spray with a little perfume. I'm not sure what perfume I've got in here. It might be Jimmy Choo, or it could be like a vanilla spray. It might be this, or it might be the So ... vanilla. I always use vanilla as a scent. It's beautiful, really good. It's just beautiful. It's just all year round smell. Oh, and the bells. Okay, ready? Just gonna. It went in my eye. That's kind of vanilla-y. Yeah. Okay, next we're gonna floss your teeth. Ready? Let's get a decent amount. Flossing your teeth is important. I use these to floss my teeth. These things. And I'll put some stickers on. The Kadamas from Princess Mononoke. And this is from Howl's Moving Castle. And then this is Kadamas in the Tree of Life. I think they're called Kadamas. Yes. Okay. Ready? Open a bit wider. the top and the bottom. Good. Okay. Also just gonna with this bubble tie your hair back. Ready? Okay. Now just going to tweeze your eyebrows. Also, if you've noticed, my collar is yellow. That is from rosemary oil. Unfortunately, I didn't realise until it was too late that it stains clothes. So this is one of my favourite comfy tops as well. But oh well. Okay, we're gonna pluck your eyebrows. Maybe pluck some nose hair whilst we're at it. Ready? I don't know if anyone has noticed. Probably not. It's not something you would. I plucked my eyebrows for the first time in over a year. Let me show you up close. They look exactly the same, just more, I want to say neat. The only problem is I have a hair pattern like issue here. I always have, like, just on the arch, so hair doesn't actually properly grow there and it like flicks. That's why this is my favourite eyebrow. This one not so much. But I won't be mean to eyebrows. I also think that these styles of videos are my niche. I just like them, they're more comfy. I am someone who, I always start off thinking I have to be so professional and that there's such a standard because of other things I've watched that become popular, if that makes sense. But I'm just me at the end of the day, and little old me does little old me things, so, and I like this. It makes me feel less, what's the word? Pressured, I suppose, to be at a certain standard of creation. Because I'm quite a laid-back person. I suppose you could say lazy-ish, but not too much. Like, this isn't... If I was lazy, I wouldn't be doing this. But you know what I mean. It's because I get stressed very easy. Very. And I have sensory issues. So any stress, boom, sensory issues. Pooh, explosion, crazy. Feel like crying all the time. Skin gets itchy, blah, blah. That kind of stuff. Little life update as well. I'm still on the waiting list for autism. I've been hearing more things back from my like notes thing that they put me in like a portal, and I've been hearing like more forms that I need to fill out. So I'm wondering, does that mean I'm getting closer to the time I'll be tested, like assessed, blah blah, you know? So a bit nervous, but I've been waiting for like over 4 years. The problem was, as I was meant to go, I rang my doctors, spoke to them about an autism and ADHD assessment. They put me on for, they said, yep, we've put you on the list. So I was waiting for at least 2 years, got the ADHD assessment, got diagnosed with ADHD, but the inattentive type. And then I said, hey, when's the autism test going to happen? And they were like, oh, we only put you on the list for ADHD. And I said, no, you said you put me on the list for both. So then they had to like redo it. And that's where we're at today. But a lot of special needs stuff does run in my family. For those of you who know, I have dyspraxia and ADHD, and then we'll see on the other perspective. as someone who received no therapy or help as a child, any assistance, so I do feel like I have regressed in life. So I struggle more as an adult than I did as a kid in some ways. But I'll be brutally honest, that your doctors or GPs, most of them, they don't know enough about it. So they don't see someone struggling, they just see a diagnosis and they think, oh well, you're diagnosed kid, you'll be fine as an adult. No, honey, I'm still struggling. Still very much. Like, I went into the doctors last year about my dyspraxia and I said, hey, I actually think it's a lot worse than it seems. Like, I'm really struggling. Is there anything? And they literally said to me, no, because it's a developmental disorder. And I'm a fully developed adult now. There's nothing that can be done. Whereas I don't think it should be seen as that, because it is a developmental disorder. But it's a permanent, there's no cure, there's no nothing, it doesn't go away. So it is still going to affect you for your whole life. And it has been proven, if you don't get help with it as a child and the correct support, it can regress and get worse. And that's what I feel has happened in my case. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not a doctor, so I'm just someone who lives with it. But yeah, okay. Now I'm just going to do your nails. So I'm just going to push back your cuticles. I'm going to use this tool here. This little, there it is. Can you see it? Kind of. Yeah. Okay, give me your hand. Good. I'm just going to start brushing. There we go. Push. Pushing back your cuticles, is that what I said? I don't know. Okay, now let's snip them. I'm going to use these cuticle nippers. I can smell that perfume. I can just smell the perfume I sprayed earlier. Okay, snip, 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 snip. This one here. Snip. Oh, my bed springs are going. It's because when I get in bed, I like to throw myself on it. Snip, 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 snip. Okay. Now we're going to file just a little bit because your nails are a good shape. Ready? Near the seagulls. Nope, I don't live anywhere near a beach. The nearest beach to me is Borth or Innislas, which are literally right next to each other. And they're like well over an hour and a half away. Hour and a half, I'd say. Okay, let's do this one. Or the next closest is Cardiff, Barry Island or something. Okay. Now I'm going to paint. I'll give you this one because it dries very well. I keep thinking I'm over here, It dries very well. Let's get some of that out. There we go. Okay. Ready? I've also been reflecting a bit in life. It's because I keep seeing things, people posting like I've got to a certain age and I feel like I've accomplished nothing and I'm just trailing around life and I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what my purpose is. And I always try to think of it like what's the word? If you could see yourself from an outsider's perspective and everything you've been in, been through in life, would the outside perspective you think less of you or more? They'd probably think more. So I think whenever we're hard on ourselves, or other people tell us maybe we, aren't doing much, or you're not really where you should be in society's standards, just take a step back, look at yourself and think, I've been through X, Y, and Z. Many people haven't, many people maybe have, but everyone's experience is different. Even if it is similar, it's different, because we're all individual. Nobody's been through this, or no one experienced necessarily what I felt or lived at that moment, blah blah blah, and you've come a certain way out of it, if that makes sense. You're managing, even if sometimes you're not. Don't be, I'm rambling now, don't be so hard on yourself, because I think you would be proud of yourself if you weren't you, if that makes sense. One of the hardest things to do in life is be proud of yourself, I think, because we're taught that validation comes from other people, when it doesn't. It should come from you, really. I am still jobless at 27. Brutally honest. I'm unable to work because obviously my mental health issues, my disabilities. Loads of people, if I could give you an estimate, I don't know, 50 odd, the amount of people who are like, you seem fine, you could work, be better if you had a routine, so get a job, you're lazy, that's probably why, you're not missing a leg. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I still have disabilities. They're invisible. Sometimes to people who know them, they're not invisible, but it doesn't mean I don't struggle, there's lots of things I struggle with that most people don't, or some people do. It's a very odd way of life, but it is how it is. I mean, to put it bluntly, my brain is literally structured completely differently to what the normal person's is. Anyone who's neurodivergent is that way. We're all different, because our brains are wired differently. And the fact that I also have dyspraxia, which affects your nerves, it's like it's almost like a bit of my brain is dormant, that's how I say it, and was never woken up. Because dyspraxia affects your nerves, so a signal that I might be sending, my nerves might be sending to my brain, and then for me to do, doesn't link up properly. It's like a broken circuit. That's the main thing with dyspraxia. So, for example, I might see a ball flying at me, say I'm at a sports event, which I'm not, but I might see a ball flying at me. My brain and stuff kind of notices it. That's what it is, sorry, my brain doesn't send to my nerves. That should be it. My brain notices it, I can see it, but my reaction is very delayed, because from the spark in the brain sending its message all the way down my body to the correct nerves, in my arm, so on, it's too late. Sometimes, that happens. So I do drop things a lot, I bump into things, fall over, which then can cause injury sometimes. Oh, and I'm just curling your eyelashes, by the way. So stuff like that. So even when I did have a job, I was very clumsy still. I got shouted at a lot, which was really unfair, I think. I can't help it. It's not like it's a choice. I accidentally spilt gravy on someone's coat once, because I had just been taught how to balance plates, bearing in mind with dyspraxia, balancing's not a strong point. and the gravy was just a little bit over to the left, like the gravy boat. So obviously that's even more off balance. So I can't, you know, do a simple movement to readjust it, because with dyspraxic people, it's more of like a twitch sometimes. So the gravy went on someone and I got screamed at relentlessly. The boss I had at the time was like, "Are you on drugs? Are you stupid?" And I was like, "No, I'm just disabled, I suppose." You know, thanks for that though. I think people should be a lot more considerate when thinking of stuff like that. Because it's just weird. You know, you don't need to scream at someone for being different or for being a bit dumb. It's a mistake we could all make, you know. I just happen to be the person. Now I am going to have no nails. I'm going to have to stop wearing I'm going to have to stop wearing like press-ons because my nails are so badly damaged. And I have onychomycosis in 2 fingers. I've had it for years. It's something I got when I was homeless, and it just never went away. I think it was from sleeping outside. It's not life-threatening, guys. It's not disgusting. It's just a nail infection, and it's very hard to get rid of. Very hard. Just makes your nails pull away a bit from the nail bed. But I've had that for years. Stuff I've tried has not got rid of it. It's just gonna go over your face. It's weird to think as well, mentioning being homeless. I have now been in my first secure home ever for 2 years. This, where I live now, is my first ever secure home at the age of, well, when did I move in here? 24? 25? No, 24. Something like that. And it's nice, you know, I don't have to worry about if I'm gonna end up not having a roof over my head, stuff like that, which is really, it's like a calm. I mean, there's problems with where I live, sure, but it can't be helped. At least it's secure, you know. I'm happy about that. I think a home is very important, especially a secure one, because the feeling, I can't even explain the feeling of like living somewhere and it not being secure. It's such a like a gut, no, not a gut, more of a chest, like ooh, like nerves, stress, worry. Let's do it up the side as well. There we go. Where's it gone? Oh, actually, I'll do this one. I'm going to also put some, oh, I could do this one. Put some Made by Mitchell in between shifts on you. Now, I can barely afford to get myself new makeup, so this was useful because it is affordable. I think this kind of gives the lips that natural, like, blush to them, and it's glittery. You can't see it, but it is glittery. Getting messages off my boyfriend, I can see them. I've also been with my fiance. I do have a ring, guys. People have said this to me before. They're like, well, where's the ring? It's here. Oh, there's another ring in there. This is another ring that's special to my heart that he got me. It's here, guys. Oh, why is it the wrong way around? It's here. I do have a ring. I just don't wear it often unless I'm going out, because like then I want people to know, you know, this girl is locked in. This girl, yeah, that's right. Me, little old me. Let's put some of this on you actually. I'm not gonna lie. When I was young, I always wanted to get married, because you watch. It's kind of like the first things young girls watch, films where girls get married, marriage, blah blah blah. And then you experience like so-called love, and as I did, it kind of trailed off that wanting, and I was bitter towards it. I was like, I'm never going to get married. No one's going to get with me. And if they do, they're going to be disloyal and horrible and blah, blah. Excuse the beeping. And lo and behold, I met my fiance. It's true what they say. They turn up when you least expect it. And that's probably the most annoying thing to hear, but it's true. We've been together, 3 years? It's the longest relationship I've ever had. He's lovely. He's just my rock. I don't think I've ever met anyone nicer, if I could put it bluntly. Like, he's just so nice. And I really like that. You know, and he's been there with me in life through so many milestones. You know, I found my dad a couple of years ago, and he was there with me for that. I moved out, he was there with me for that. COVID, he was there with me for some of that. There's loads of stuff really, but it's crazy. Some of my diagnoses, like it's all crazy how a stranger can just be like that in your life, a part of you, with you, so on. I think it's very beautiful, and I think love is very beautiful, even if we are bitter towards it sometimes, because love can make the world go round. It can. Let's just got to put some of this out of the way. Even if it's not love for other people, love for ourselves, you know, very important. Let me just imagine it's your eyebrow. Also, I do apologise if I go on and stuff like this, even if it's stuff nobody necessarily wants to hear. I always say it just in case it's useful for someone or anyone out there. Because, you know, I might be 27, to some people that's still young, but I've been through a hell of a lot of crap for my age. Like a lot. I cannot explain to you. My life has just been wee. Like peaks, valleys, oceans, deserts. It's been everything. It's crazy. It has been crazy. I hope as well everybody is doing well. How was everyone's summer? It's kind of over, isn't it? I suppose. Time does fly, especially when you get older. It's crazy how fast it goes. Like a year ago, I got this tattoo because it was on my birthday. But I was like, in my head, I was like, even though I've had a birthday since, I was like, oh, it doesn't even feel like a year. It's passed. Oh, but it has. It's gone. I think we shall leave it at that. I'm just going to plop some of these things away. As usual, it is our mantra. I can't say that word properly. Mantra. Here. Be nice to yourself. Do at least one nice thing for yourself per day. There's no scale. Make sure you've had something to eat and drink. And just take care of yourself, okay? Remember to take care of yourself. I think sometimes the best way to take care of ourselves is to think of ourselves as a younger us. You wouldn't hurt a kid, would you? And if you would, how dare you? Don't be so weird and mean. But you know, think of yourself as your younger self, and I feel that you would be more kind. I think so. But yes, keep that in mind. And our new little outro. Love and warmth, guys.